Dean This is
Cyphre.
And we're here to give you another kind of black and gray episode, you say? Or maybe apples and oranges.
Sunday racist.
This week we're going to be going over some G36s. As you can see behind us, we have the full range of G36s. From the C to the G36 to the
G36K. G36.
Right. So the first one we're going over, this is the KWA G36c. Before we get into it, Cyphre, why don't you give them a little history on the G36?
Well, first originally developed in the early 90s and adopted by the German military in the mid to late 1990s. The C was actually the last model made. It came out around early 2001. It's pretty late to the party, and they need to basically add this assortment of entry weapons and the like for police forces needing a compact weapon. Had a much shorter buttstock, much shorter front. Full rails, actually built-in supports for the rails, which is a big addition, plus this rail, which is basically adapted from the SL8, and open sights adapted from the UMP.
Right. I mean, overall, it's just a great collection of a gun.
Oh yeah.
Used worldwide for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much. Adapted by anybody who wants it.
There you go. This is the KWA variant, as we said. This one you can find it for about $290 on most websites. Now this one is the version 2 from KWA, so it's a little bit beefier than the original generation. The KWA states that it is LiPo ready on an 11.1 LiPo. We're going to be testing on a 7.4 LiPo, which is equivalent to a 9.6.
Yeah, pretty darn fast either way.
Yeah, pretty quick and a hell of a punch. This thing packed a hell of a FPS rating. Yeah, so some key features I do like about it is it does have trades stamped right into the polymer.
Actual genuine trades, the GuRu's licensed trades for their G36.
The mag is a 450 round high cap, but it will accept 50 round mags, and they just came out on the market. They just came out with the PMag from Magpul for these.
Generally what it looks like. This is a regular actual PMag, but it's a PMag 30G is technically what they're classified as, and it's slightly different, but it generally looks like PMag.
Right. They just came out with those 120 rounds, which will fit perfectly. Another nice thing about these rifles is these are pretty much modular. So 3 main parts and they tear apart.
Yeah, there's like 3 pins and the whole thing comes apart.
Exactly. Now, there's companies such as Battle Axe is one. They make a magwell conversion to convert it to M4. So if you're
an popular modification, because using M4 mags, if you already have an M4, it's friggin' easy if you got M4 mags, because any other TM type M4 mag will fit.
Right. Because I mean, you know from your experience running your G36, they're great mags when they work.
Well, no, they're great, but they're really big.
And the other problem is you have mag pouches, you can't really fit them too well. They do interlink with themselves just like the SIG mags, which are nice. So you can have two to however many you want mounted together, and then I can, if I'm running, you know, I have one locked in. There you go. Take it out, pop the next one in. So it makes mag change a little easier, but definitely not something that's required to have.
Yeah. It takes up a lot of room. It's very fat right there. That's about 3 mags worth of space that it takes up.
Absolutely. This also does have a folding stock, as you saw me playing with earlier in the video, but it locks over, gives full access to the trigger still, unlike some other rifles we've shown.
Yeah, unlike some rifles we know.
It's a fully ambidextrous rifle, so you have fire select on both sides, the charging handle access from both sides. The other nice thing is when you do open it up, it does expose the hop-up.
Very big fat wheel for hop-up, easy to manipulate.
Yeah, very easy to adjust. The other nice thing is battery placement on these is pretty easy. They're going to go in the front handguard. There's a simple pin that pops out. I don't know if you can see that. You just pull this pin. Give it to him. And there. The battery's going to go right inside here. They'll fit any standard small type for the most part.
You can generally squeeze in a nunchuck, an 8-cell nunchuck, which is slightly bigger than a small type. Or LiPo. Easy to fit LiPo. Yeah, the
LiPo 7.4s fit cake, and there is a 11.1 that fits really easily as well. Now, this gun, KWA did a really good job setting this gun up. Since it is fully licensed by Umarex, you're going to see quite a bit of nice stuff. First off, really quick, just get it done and over with. There's the box. Yay. Very nice and detailed. and the box is gone. Okay. You will get a KWA manual, which
it's actually in English.
In English for once, which means it was probably hand assembled at the KWA USA facility.
The fancy swingline stapler, huh?
There you go.
All right.
Is it a red one?
I don't know. Better ask him.
It does come with a flyer that states it is LiPo ready. So
it's kind of risky on their part because you can really screw something up if you use a LiPo on the wrong gun.
Yeah. If you use too powerful a LiPo,
just shred your gears right up.
And with other KWA guns, you get your warranty card and your registration card. So these are always good things. Remember, KWA does have a 45-day warranty. Make sure you register your rifle.
Yes, no matter where you get it from, because you can just register slightly later. You go, oh yeah, I just bought this gun.
Right. So, Cyphre, why don't we go into the
now that we're done with Dean's sewing machines, here's the WE G39K. This K length is the carbine length. This is actually mostly accurate. The hole's a little different. There's a little sharp here. It's pretty accurate. The overall feel is great. Very sturdy, stiff, rock-solid gun. Steel flash hider, which is obviously blaze orange. They just dip the whole thing in there practically. Right,
which again gets it through customs, gets it through national transportation safety laws. Remember, it's legal to remove it once you own it. Just when you buy it, it has to be there. So.
Yeah. They're standard 30-round mags, which is kind of disappointing because they don't make any other size magazine for these.
And the mag's so big.
It's kind of big, but it is very gas. It's the most gas-efficient mag they make. It's got this plastic outer, which is very resilient to cold. So, there's almost no cooldown, and works pretty dang good. Has a locking cocking handle, which is one of the features they added, but I don't really need it. But cocks forward, I actually added this. This is the TSC bolt catch lever, so it's easy to push the little bolt catch on the top there. Which is actually all pretty accurate in this gun. It's all very accurate to the T. Same locking. This is the C had the slightly shorter version of this. It folds forward, and in reality, actually opens up the hole for the ejection port. So it's pretty convenient. Same takedown, same everything. The only real issues are this lovely sticker on the side here, which is G39K, because, they couldn't use the trademarks, obviously.
Right. Which is WE's moniker for the G36.
It's like silver writing on a sticker, and I'm like,
I'm sure there's
aftermarkets, but there hasn't been any aftermarket for all the other ones. There's the G36c aftermarket sticker, little plate that goes there, but really disappointing.
Other than that, I was pretty impressed, and as you've noticed on this before, it does have the rail that matches the USP.
They adapted the original adapted this rail, which obviously isn't a Picatinny rail, but it's a rail that matches the same rail in the USP, so it can fit USP accessories like the M2 UTL. Other lights, lasers, or anything that fits on the USP would fit it. Not on this one, probably, because this is not terribly accurate, but it's pretty close.
And then, just to go over it really quick, not that this is a new gun, this is your classic TM.
This is my ancient G36 from TM that I modified to G36 lengths, because this is G36C rail. Change up the stock, change up the front. This is a GMP front set, steel front set. They have the sexiest magazines, too, because it has, like, fake bullets in it. It's so awesome.
Yeah, they don't do that too much anymore. A lot of, from what I've read, a lot of the National Travel Safety Committees, they don't like that because it makes it look too realistic. So,
for a reason, because it's awesome.
So all you Milsim guys out there that are missing your bullet-filled magazines, we do apologize.
Well, it's cool for like movies and crap.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's amazing looking. This is actually an MG36 format because I got the bipod and I've got my massive box magazine here. Oh, amazing.
Just make sure if you're on the field when he's got this out, run, and run fast.
Anyway. But the downsides of this gun were the fact, actually, this is actually the first gun that I believe had the EG1000 motor, so it's pretty darn fast. I've had this upgraded a little bit, so it's pretty, runs about 370, 350, something like that, depending on the BB.
Right.
It's a really fast motor, but the externals are kind of, they're good for the time, but it's like a shiny plastic, or it gets shinier when you use it.
You compare it to today's KWAs, even today's JGs, it feels a bit flimsy in comparison. The front end, the GMP stuff feels pretty good.
Yeah, and this is steel. It's kind of rusting a little bit on the bottom there.
Hey, it's steel though.
Yeah, awesome.
But what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and get these in the range, give you an FPS faster rate of fire on both the KWA and the WE Tech. We'll probably skip over on the G36 Tokyo Marui because, well...
Why not? Shut up.
Okay, fine, we won't. But keep tuned, we'll get to that right now.
Pretty decent fairy.
So that was a pretty fun trip down range, I'd say.
Yep.
We tested both of the AEGs on a 7.4 LiPo. Disclaimer: if you're gonna run a LiPo, make sure you have proper balancing equipment and proper charging precautions. You don't want to.
What you're doing.
Yeah, I don't recommend it for anyone just getting into airsoft. This is for advanced users only. Cyphre and I barely like using them.
Yeah, it's still kind of like it's a lot of stress in the motor.
Yeah, it's a little volatile. I mean, but anyways, back onto the guns.
Yeah. Both perform the same, kind of.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. The KWA and the TM performed almost identically.
Right. Well, I upgraded this obviously, but
right,
the same motor, EG1000 motor with the higher spring and about 16, a little over 16 feet per second.
That's exactly it. They both got about the same. You'll see it as you saw in the video. I mean, it's just
Pretty
great FPS, great rate of fire. I was really impressed with it. Performed admirably, and it, you know, for being an AEG out of the box, it kind of looked like a silly string gun.
Yeah, it was pretty darn fast.
Yeah, so 16 rounds a second was the highest I saw on this one.
Yeah.
That's about what we saw on that one.
Yeah.
As far as my concern, build quality, construction, I love it. It's just a great performer right out of the box. Some people say the drawback is, oh, but you have to buy battery and charger, and that's why you can buy a LiPo and you can get whatever battery you want.
Exactly.
I'm going to go ahead and give this a 9. The only thing that keeps me from giving it a 10 is I personally don't want to spend $300 for one gun.
Yeah, well, you're a cheap ass, so, you know.
You can buy a G36c and have just as much fun with it after upgrading it, but if you're looking for something all in one box ready to go,
yeah, it's pretty rock solid. I'm not too fond of the finish quality of that, because what they did is they basically take the same thing as TM had, and they kind of roughed it up a little bit. It kind of feels like a light sandpaper on the outside. It's not really a matte finish like the WE is. Yeah, they took a regular plastic and just kind of roughed it up, which is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, the texture's not the best in the world, but it has a great finish. It looks a lot better than the JGs do.
Yeah.
The JGs look a bit toyish.
Yeah, it's amazing all around though. It's great. The buttstock hooks up real nice.
Yeah, the HK sling points are great. You know, you don't even...
It was appropriate sling point on G36s either way, so...
And then,
plus.
over here with the WE, what was your rating on the KWA?
I'd give it an 8.
An 8? Okay, so we're at 8.5 on the KWA.
Yeah. It's pretty good all around. $300 is nothing, you know, special. They probably could have hit slower, because this was... What is he going for now?
That's about 300 itself.
Yeah, 300 for a full gas. This is the only gas G36 in the market. No, wait, sorry. And a couple other brands, but this is the first one on the market that came out. And overall, great overall quality, very sturdy, but obviously they kind of missed a few cues on the overall design, such as the ports and the end of the buttstock is kind of sharp for some reason. I'm not sure why, but overall, great rifle. Shot about 400, pretty hot, so you're not going to be legal in a lot of places unless it's pure, you know, gas.
Right, outdoor fields
or outdoor only, obviously.
Yeah, whereas this will pass in most indoor CQB fields.
Yeah, and we got a surprising rate of fire.
Yeah, that thing hit 20 on its highest round.
20, which is, you know, obviously it's probably 75 at least right now, so it's pretty ideal temperatures. and that was the first burst, so you're probably going to get an average about 16 anyway. But really good gas efficiency all the way to the end of the magazine, which is
and the bolt on this has a really short stroke anyways.
Barely. Yeah.
I mean, compared to the AK and compared to the M4, it's a short stroke.
Right. Very good kick on it. We had to like really hold it. Otherwise it's flopping around.
Took about 3 tries on that.
Yeah. A little rough on there.
I'd go ahead and I'd give this an 8 because it's gas. It's going to cost you more as far as maintenance, and you're going to have to purchase magazines, which I haven't seen available for this gun yet.
Yeah, they need to make more magazines.
The other thing is, it's for the price overall, it's a great gun, but for the price, and you still have to buy extra parts, and you're constantly buying gas or propane to run it. Overall, it's getting an 8 on my part.
It's getting an 8 too because I'm a G36 fanatic, and I don't really like inconsistencies with design. And yeah, I mean, Murray already did a better job, and they didn't. You know, the internal is actually pretty nice because they replicated the whole barrel nut and gas assembly in the front and all that. But externals are great, just not perfect, and no trades. Obviously, it's kind of a big deal for some people. Pretty much only an 8 for me, and it makes a very tepid plastic noise.
Yeah, it doesn't give that nice clack that you're used to.
No metal sound at all. Just kind of thunk.
So on the WE G39K, that's going to go ahead and give it an 8 overall. Both rifles very worthwhile in purchasing. Remember, they can last you a long time as long as you take care of them.
Yeah, a gas rifle obviously a lot more care for lubrication because this is metal on metal contacts.
Yeah,
you got a metal, and so a lot of more oiling to it, and we use propane, which has no silicone oil, so you gotta lubricate pretty much for every game.
But for Cypher, I'm Dean Donovan. Remember, Airsoft's not a crime. Play hard.
Play safe.
Enjoy. We hope you like the videos. We are the Airsoft Gurus. Remember to go ahead and click subscribe up in that corner. Don't forget to like right there. Yeah, where Cypher's pointing. Remember, right above us right here, you can see more videos from us.
Well, a lot of our videos actually show up on the sidebar now. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, very nice. Don't forget, you can also find our Facebook page, the Airsoft Gurus, right in the comments below, along with our Twitter and our email address.
We do update every video on our Facebook page, so they'll be up to date anytime.
Absolutely, you can watch them at any time there. Remember, we are the Airsoft Gurus. Play hard, play safe.